everyone, Renee here. Welcome back to my channel. Today, love is in the air, and we are talking about all of the romance books that I plan on reading in February. So in this video, we're going to be going through my February TBR. Now, it is subject to change, but I do genuinely want to read a lot of these. I am in a huge romance mood right now, rightfully so, given the time. And some of these books are series that I've started, some of these books are new to me, and some of these books have been on my shelf for way too long. So without further ado, we're just gonna get into it, and hopefully in this video you'll also find some recommendations of romance books that you would also like to pick up. We're gonna start with one of my top priorities. This just came out and I just got it and I am so excited for it, and that is Electric Idol by Katie Robert. This is the second book in the Dark Olympus series, I think it's called. Correct. Dark Olympus series. The first book was Neon Gods, which was based off of Hades and Persephone. This one is based off of Psyche and Eros, I believe. Katie Robert is just so good with what she writes. We're talking top tier spice. We're talking great atmosphere, and it just makes me swoon. So I'm really excited to delve into this. Then we have Take a Hint, Danny Brown by Talia Hibbert. This is the second book in the Brown Sisters trilogy, and I started this book last year, and I remember that I was really liking it. Like, I loved Chloe Brown, and I love Talia Hibbert's writing, and she can write some good smut. She can write some good smut, let me just say that. But for some reason, I never actually finished the second book, and I feel like that's criminal, and I'm really excited to pick it back up. I think this is the one that has fake dating, which I thought before I didn't like, but after I read The Love Hypothesis, now I think that I do. Next up we have The Risk by Elle Kennedy. This is book 2 in the Briar U series. I read the first book, which is The Chase, last year, and I thought it was just okay, but I believe that they don't have any like strong connections, so I think you can read them out of order. And I found that on Goodreads this one is the highest reviewed, so I actually picked up the series fully ready for this one, but I wanted to just start from book 1 and work my way down. So I'm finally to book 2. I've had this on my shelf for a year and I haven't read it yet, but I am very excited for it. It is a new adult. I believe it involves hockey. It's the same realm of the Off-Campus series, which the first book in that is The Deal. So if you're a fan of The Deal and that whole series, the Briar U series is a spin-off of that. So if you haven't read this one, you'll probably really like it. Next up, we have a couple books that I don't own yet, but I definitely am going to be getting them. The first one is Twisted Palace by Erin Watt. This is the third book in the Royal series, and I don't think you've heard me talk about this series in a while, but this series is such a guilty pleasure for me. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I put it on pause for a little bit, and now I'm so ready to delve back into it. The first 2 books in the series are Paper Princess and then Broken Princess, the second one. I ate this up. It's rich people drama. It's almost like a Cinderella-esque retelling because the main girl, her name is Ella, and she is orphaned, and she ends up in the first book, like, she works at a strip club to make money and pay her rent and get by because she has nobody, until I think it's her dad's best friend, I think is the connection there, goes out to find her because he told her dad that like he would watch over her if he passed, and that happened. So he is like this really rich man, lives in a mansion, and he ends up taking her in and letting her live with him, and he has 5 sons. So you can only imagine where that goes. There's a lot of drama, rich people drama, new adult type, college age, teenage drama, that kind of stuff. And it is just so addictive to read. And it's so exaggerative and over the top and very dramatic for no reason. And that's what makes it so entertaining to read. It is literally just, I love it. Next up is Ricochet by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This is the second book in the Addicted series, which I did read the first book, Addicted to You, just a few months ago actually, at the end of 2021. And I feel like I didn't absorb it as much as I should have because I rated this a 3-star, but looking back on it, I probably would have given it a 4. I think I just wasn't in the mood to read it when I was reading it, and that kind of hindered it. I was just reading it for a vlog, but now I'm actually really in the mood to get back into this world. And if you don't know what the Addicted series is about, it is about 2 addicts who once again, fake dating. One is addicted to sex, the other is addicted to alcohol, and they fake date each other to help each other hide their vices from their family and loved ones. But the feelings between the two end up, you know, not so fake. So it is that journey, and there's multiple layers to this story of recovery and growth and love and all of that stuff. And I think that it is a really well developed story so far. So I am very excited to continue. Next up, we have The Wall of Winnipeg and Me by Queen Mariana Zapata. I have not delved too deep into Mariana Zapata's work, but I did read From Lukov with Love last year and was obsessed with it. It was in my top 10 of the year. And I, from that moment, fell in love with Mariana Zapata's writing style. It's beautiful, and she writes slow burn so well in a way that even I have patience for it, and I usually don't have patience. Like, I don't want them to kiss on the 10th page, but I want them to at least be together halfway through the book. But when you're reading Mariana Zapata, you're not gonna get that. But she leaves these perfect little crumbs that I just eat up the whole entire time I'm reading, and by the time you have the payoff at the end, beautiful. So this one is another one of her sports ones. This one involves football, which I'm very excited about because I am a big football fan, and I love it. I can't wait. And if I don't give this a 5-star, something's wrong. Then also on Kindle Unlimited is another series that I started, and that is the Mindfuck series by St. Abbey. The first book is The Risk. I read it last month and it was so good. I'm not going to talk about it too much because it's going to be my wrap-up, because I'm doing a wrap-up this month. And oh my gosh, it was just not what I expected. This series follows our main female lead, who is a murderer, and the male lead in this book, the love interest, is an FBI profiler, FBI agent, whatever. And they end up in a relationship, and it just is so interesting to see how it's working, because he's literally trying to catch her. And it's so good. It is so good, and I really can't wait to read the second one. I feel like I'm gonna eat this series up really quick, especially because they're more like novella style books. They're very short. They're like 100 pages or more, like very quick, very addictive. Yes. For this next section, I kind of broke into manga graphic novels because there are a few that I want to get to this month. The first one is Paradise Kiss by Ayazawa. This is a chunker because it is a bind up of the entire series. It's the 20th anniversary edition. It's stunning. I talked about this in a recent vlog when I just got it. I love Ayazawa so much. She is the author of Nana as well, which is one of my favorite anime mangas of all time. And I do really like Paradise Kiss, and I have started this. I started this last night on stream with my friends, and I read like the first 6 stages, and when I was reading it, I was just feeling so nostalgic, remembering how I always felt about the series. And it's literally pitched as high fashion and hot drama. How can you not be intrigued? High fashion and hot drama. Also, I want to get to volume 2 of Your Name, maybe even volume 3. I think that's all there is. I wasn't able to find volume 3. It was sold out on Amazon when I got this one, and it was also sold out at Barnes & Noble, which is where I ended up getting this one. So I haven't been able to get my hands on it yet, but I think it is back in stock now, so I might grab that. But Your Name is essentially a story about a girl and a boy who end up swapping lives. They fall asleep, they wake up in each other's body, and they live a life in that person's body, and then they leave notes for each other, and then when they go to sleep they wake up in their own bodies again. So it is definitely an identity swap type of book, and it's just really cute so far and really fun, and I don't know if I'm gonna cry at the end of this. I feel like this might end sad, so maybe I won't read volume 3. Maybe I'll leave it at volume 2, but this is just such a beautiful story so far. Just absolutely stunning. And then of course we have Heartstopper volume 2. I'm late to the Heartstopper game. I read Heartstopper volume 1 last year during Pride Month, and I absolutely love this story. I think it's so cute, so wholesome, so heartfelt, but it does touch on a lot of issues that are a little bit deeper. It's not surface level, and it's just so good. It is so good. And if you don't know, it is an LGBT story about 2 boys who fall in love, and I just love it. Then we have 2 other books that maybe are not romance, but I wanted to put them in here anyway. The first one is a poetry collection. It is Watering the Soul by Courtney Peppernell. This is one that I'll probably just keep on my nightstand and read like before bed every night throughout the month. It's not gonna be one that I like read in one sitting or like make a point to finish it in a certain amount of time. It's just gonna be a nice book to read throughout the month. I've been getting more into poetry and I want to continue to delve more into poetry, and the cover is stunning. Like, look how cute. And it has like cute little illustrations through it, and I just feel like this is gonna be so far up my alley with like motivating me. So we're gonna read this. And this next one is the biggest maybe you'll ever hear in your life. Maybe, if I get to it. Quite maybe. House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. This is the first book in the Crescent City series. I've been trying to read this book for a year. Like, I literally think I have, do I have a bookmark in here? I don't think I still do, but I was on page like 127 or something, because I keep picking it up, reading a chapter, putting it down for months, picking it up, reading another chapter, putting it down, and maybe that's why it's not making sense. But the second book, House of Sky and Breath, I think the blue one, is coming out this month, and I low-key want to be part of that hype wagon, so I feel like I have to read this first. But it does come out February 15th and it's February 2nd, so I'm not very hopeful that that will happen, but I might. So those are all the books that I'm hoping to get to in February. Lots of great romance reads, and I am very, very excited to delve into this pile. I have become such a romance reader over the past year, and I love it here. I am really enjoying my time here. That is pretty much all I have for you. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up down below to help support this channel, and also hit subscribe to follow me on my reading journey if you haven't already. Like always, all of my socials will be listed down below if you'd like to follow me on my other platforms. Once again, I hope you like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.